Hey everyone, and welcome. Today's topic is whether an accounting career can lead you to a six-figure income by your early 30s. Now, as an accountant myself, I can answer this with absolute certainty that yes, an accounting career can put you on the path for earning a six-figure income by your early 30s. But that said, there's no guarantee. So in order to help maximize your guys' chances of hitting a six-figure income by your early 30s, I have these 5 recommendations that you guys should follow in order to maximize your chances. So recommendation number 1 is attend a school with a solid reputation, with a good career center and good relationships with major accounting firms and businesses. So these are questions that you need to ask. Does your university have relationships with Big 4 accounting firms or other major businesses, finance, leadership development programs? Does your school act as a pipeline to these programs? If your university doesn't, then you should be looking elsewhere, maybe transfer out, because it is hard to get into these more prestigious organizations, into these prestigious businesses and accounting firms, if you're not going through a feeder school, a school that is feeding their graduates into their programs, or if you just happen to have your own network for that. So make sure that you're going to a solid school with a solid reputation. You don't have to go to Harvard University, but you should at least be going to a flagship state school such as Rutgers University in New Jersey or Baruch College in New York City. Step number 2 is ensure your GPA is solid, at least 3.5 and bare minimum 3.0. And the reason for that is that a lot of these companies and accounting firms, they will have a GPA cutoff where they will not consider you if you fall below.
Say what?
And this will range between 3.0 and 3.5. And if you go into the ultra prestigious consulting firms, it may be even higher. So make sure that you're busting your butt in school, studying hard, and earning at least a 3.5 GPA. It's important. Okay, recommendation number 3. Your geographic area. Your future earnings potential will vary based on where you live, where you're working at. What you earn in New York City, their earnings potential is a lot higher than rural Nebraska, for instance. So this is really something that you're going to have to consider. If you're in rural Nebraska, you might have to consider moving somewhere that is a bigger city, where you're able to go somewhere that has the job opportunities, where there is that demand for someone with your skill sets. So something to consider. With that said, you also have to weigh the pros and the cons. If you go into New York City, salary, $100,000 salary in New York City may be less than a $80,000 salary somewhere in a rural area. So that's something for you to consider. But if you go into New York City, you're a lot more likely to hit a six-figure income by your early 30s than rural Nebraska. Okay, so recommendation number, where am I? Alright guys, recommendation number 4, and that is continue to develop yourself professionally. Consider earning a CPA or an MBA. If you had to choose between the two, definitely earn a CPA. And the only reason that I say that is because a CPA license is something that you can earn in under a year, and it's a lot more cheaper, more affordably priced than a MBA. If you're going to earn an MBA, look into a employer who will offset some of the costs through tuition reimbursement. A CPA and an MBA is not required, and neither is it a guarantee, but it's something that will position yourself to make yourself more competitive for future jobs. And that's a good segue into my suggestion number 5, which is engage in intelligent job pivoting and job jumps. So the unfortunate truth is that companies and organizations are unwilling, they are reluctant to pay their employees what they are worth. So if you've been at a position for more than a few years, your employer is not going to be paying what you are now worth, what your skill set is now worth. So the only way to secure this salary that you are now worth is by making a job jump into a different company. So when doing this, take into consideration what is the company, what is the organization that you want to advance your career in. Is there a certain skill set that you want to acquire? Is there a certain industry that you want to move into? Do you want to stay in accounting, or do you want to move into operations work? Or do you want to move into something that is more strategic? These are all considerations that you have to take into account when making your intelligent job pivot or job jumps. All right, guys. So that's all I have to say about that. But what do you guys think? Let me know in the comments below. If you enjoy the content, feel free to hit that like, that notification bell, and that subscribe button. It really helps out the channel. All right, guys. Until next time, stay safe, work hard, work smart, and happy hustling.